So if you've ever searched how to lose weight with PCOS, you've probably seen two major schools of thought. One that focuses a lot on PCOS and weight loss. Join my PCOS group and lose 10 kilos in 2 months. And then the other one that suggests that we never talk about weight loss because that's always considered diet culture. And I'm not going to lie to you, I've thought about this topic extremely deeply because it's one of these situations where I feel like two things are true. It's true that people with PCOS have more mental health issues, have more troubled relationships with food and body image, and mood issues than people without PCOS on average. And also true that if someone in a larger body with PCOS, where weight loss might be indicated, if they lose a modest amount of weight, it does increase ovulation rates, meaning better periods. It does decrease testosterone. It does improve those symptoms, and it does improve metabolic health. So how do we bridge that? I'm Dr. Mélanie DesChâtelets. I'm a naturopathic doctor practicing in British Columbia. I've focused in PCOS care since 2010, and I have worked with thousands of women who have been dealing with these struggles. Me, myself, I have PCOS, but I think what makes me a good guide is exactly the fact that I've heard so many different versions of it because there is not one roadmap. You can't listen to one guru who's like, do what I did, because PCOS can look so differently in different people. And so I want to kind of share with you a little bit my approach that I consider ethical PCOS weight loss. I think that there's a lot to learn from those two schools of thought, and that we kind of have to find a middle ground that's ethical. I think that most of PCOS care should be done from a weight neutral lens, and that when, with proper screening, weight loss is indicated, that is done with consent and your full autonomy to know all the options. So let's start, okay? The research studies show that even a 5 to 10% reduction in body weight can improve things like insulin resistance, ovulation, cycle regularity, and PCOS. But the science also shows that how you lose weight matters. Constant dieting, weight cycling, and shame, if you feel like you've been weight stigmatized, raises your cortisol, which is your stress hormone. It can raise your inflammation and increase your disordered eating risk. So weight loss is not a zero-sum game. There are harms that can be had as well, and I don't think that we do a good enough job explaining that aspect of things too. It's not all or nothing. So yes, we can have metabolic improvements with weight loss, but not if it comes at the cost of your mental health. I guess what I'm trying to say is I have a 4-question consent check. Okay. Before starting any PCOS weight loss plan, I run these quick 4 questions with people that I work with. Question 1, is weight loss medically indicated right now? Okay. So we're not trying to necessarily chase societal norms of diet culture. We're looking at labs. We're looking at metabolic pathways. We're looking at quality of life markers that can be deeply personal and value-based, not just body size. Question 2, are you currently emotionally resourced for this? Have you done a self-screening to see if there might be some more complicated food relationship issues for which you should work with a healthcare provider first to address? If we don't look into this, we want to make sure that we don't fall into traps of guilt, restrictions, or obsession. And I truly believe this is foundational, and that if you flag here and you identify here, but you try to just skip over to the weight loss part, it's like building a home on a shaky foundation. And do you have a consent-based team? You deserve a practitioner who understands both like the metabolic health aspects, but that also is deeply sensitive to the mental health side of things as well. And question 4, can we define success beyond the scale? This is one of the things that I try to move people away from as fast as possible, to really focus on the inputs and how the body feels, tracking cycles, cravings, energy, lab improvement, not just pounds on the scale. These 4 questions help you decide if, when, and how to focus on weight safely, because there can be a time and a place for it. And that's why I think most of PCOS conversations should come from a weight neutral place, and someone should step up to wanting to have a consent-based weight loss conversation. So I know right now GLP-1 medications like Ozempic and Mounjaro for PCOS weight loss are big. And here's the truth. There is research in people with PCOS, and they can be helpful for improving insulin resistance, the fat that we get in the liver, and also body size. But it does also blunt appetite. So one of the foundations of having healthier relationship with food long term is having a healthy connection to your hunger cues. And so I think that it's important that when you're on GLP-1s, that you're working with someone who can really support you in paying attention to that, so that you can have support beyond the GLP-1s. Because we do know that people that go on GLP-1s and come off, that there can be a weight regain. And we know that weight cycling can be very harmful too. And that's why I think that there needs to really be a thoughtful process. We need to build the foundation, make sure that the mental health is there, the beliefs, the mindset, and that your nervous system is regulated, and that you're doing this when it is the right time for you, so that we can pair behavior change, potentially medications, from a place of love. This is how I define ethical weight loss. It's not about chasing quick results. It is exactly why you will not see on any page that I have, come work with me and I promise you X amount of pounds in this amount of weeks. I will not do it. I will not show you a before and after picture, because you are so much more than that, and you are so much more important than that. And all of those do not tell the full picture ever. I have walked side by side too many people. So the concept of intuitive eating is a framework that helps to rebuild your self-trust and reduce your food guilt. And I absolutely love that philosophy. And where I just want to expand on it here is with PCOS, your metabolic health matters. So intuitive eating will say, we don't chase weight loss, we chase healing. And I totally support that. In ethical weight loss, we chase healing. And if weight changes as a side effect of metabolic repair, then that's okay. And if we use tools that are medication-based or not, that is okay, as long as we have informed consent, that we are honoring your body autonomy, it is what you want to do, and that we've explored the foundation of your health. And we're like, this is the right time. So what does the ethical PCOS weight loss look like in practice? Focus on metabolic health and your quality of life. Because often when someone's metabolic health isn't great, there are day-to-day symptoms of it. Create a nutrition plan that feels nourishing, and we tailor that to the person. We prioritize things that help with hunger cue regulations, like protein and fiber, and self-love actions like movement and quality sleep. We support stress regulation so that we are doing this from an emotional state of being grounded. And if we're using tools like medication, nutritional supplements, we pair those with those same foundation. And this is how we lose weight without losing ourselves. So if this resonates with you, if you would like that 4-question consent checklist, join my free community. It's called PCOS Shift Collective, and in the classroom, you will see YouTube bonuses and you can grab it there. Can't wait to see you there. And I hope that you'll choose this way of looking at weight loss for yourself.